Hey there. Well, I thought I'd kind of give a tour of one of my common routes. A couple of friends and family have asked. So we're out here about, 10 miles east of 29 Palms. This is the second curve on Highway 62. There's a little hill coming up, which I like to push down a little bit. I think we're doing about 21 miles an hour right now. Which is not bad for a fat bike. I think I hit about 27 going downhill. One thing I'm going to try to do is go around by that little mountain. It's straight ahead actually over the little ridge line. This side of it is just a couple miles east. I have to go like 8 miles east to take off the other side of it. And yeah, sort of coming to you here. This is a nice highway ride. 31's pretty good. And up there you can see the mountain a little bit better. That's the wash going up to the west side of the mountain and east side of the mountain. Okay, so we're only about, I think, 7 or 8 miles in. Gold Crown is over there. I like to take different routes every time, and with the fat bike, I like to drive up washes. They're kind of a nice thing when they're hard packed. And so I'm starting a little early and just going through the wilderness a little bit. I'll join up with Gold Crown Road higher up. So we're headed over there and across the back and then down there. Well, here's what it looks like riding up one of these little washes. Hasn't been rain recently, but of course there's no traffic here, so it's nice and smooth. Occasional animal burrow or something like that, but yeah, it's kind of nice. So these are really kind of my favorite areas, riding up these little washes. I don't know if I'm doing justice to these washes, but I do really enjoy riding up them. It is a lot more rolling resistance going through the sand, but it's not bumpy, so that feels nicer. And if you can tolerate well, I'm out here for the workout anyway, so higher rolling resistance is not necessarily a bad thing, but you can see it's kind of like a little highway for the most part, untracked sand. So here I go. So most of this route, I haven't been here in a while, haven't been this direction in a while, and so I usually follow my own tracks, but couldn't. But here, my tracks are still here. I don't know how long it's been since I was here, but pretty certain any tracks in this area are going to be mine. So I get to follow those, makes it a little easier. Got the navigation device, but it's nice to just follow my own tracks. I know other people aren't going to get excited about the washes, but this is my favorite part, and it's kind of the big difference between mountain bikes and fat bikes. Because mountain bike, it's hard to even ride this terrain, but on a fat bike, it's beautiful. Although it is a bit of a hill and a bit slippery, so I'm working hard. Again, you can see on my tracks, maybe, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but my tracks going through this wash from months ago. Here's one of my classic hidden roads. I don't think I've ever seen a vehicle track on this. So it's a nice little shortcut, and lets me avoid the well-traveled routes. but you know, it's a little bit rocky, a little rough in spots, but any kind of road out here is nice, even if it's 100 years old. So anyway, yeah, it's amazing how many of these roads are relatively close to the main roads, but nobody knows about them. Alright, so we're at the top of this little hill. My knees are bothering me a little bit, so I didn't go as aggressive as I was going to do, and probably won't do a hike, but instead I climbed this little steep hill on the bike. We're about halfway over the Humbug mountain range here. We're looking north here. This is where we came up. Gold Crown Road is over there somewhere. That's the aircraft navigation tower, if you can see in the distance. That's the dry lake, and more Gold Crown Road going up across the pass, and this is where we're heading, around over the back and cross over behind the south side of Humbug. And here we are, starting to go across the back of Humbug. A little mining claim here. Sign's been up there for quite a while. I don't know if it's active or not. So they did do a bit of work on these roads. It's kind of nice, but they're still pretty rough. Well, I probably shouldn't eat, but I'm kind of hungry, and I'm thinking about going up Humbug Peak because I'm feeling a little better and I'm making good time. These are my folding chopsticks that I like, and titanium, and I figured the anchovies were nice and salty, so you give me a little bit of an electrolyte boost. Never tried them out here, but we'll see. Well, and I think we're at Humbug Peak. This is where I stopped for the anchovies. Let's see. I think Humbug is right up there. And I'm going to try to go up there if I have the energy. Well, I forgot to start the video, but I'm about halfway up to Humbug Peak, I think. There's a little road going up to the mine. It's kind of the base camp. And we're looking roughly south. There's the peak. I guess I'll get some footage of the trudge. There's actually some exploratory diggings here close to the peak. It's a little bit of a rocky peak, so No easy way to get up there. Just gotta do a little bit of a rock scramble at times. I've been kind of pushing hard today, I think, which is good. I've been slacking off. There's the post at the peak. Getting close. And here we are. Humbug Peak mountain, whatever. That's south, west. Wonder Valley TV up tower is actually visible by eye up there. 29 Palms, Wonder Valley, Dry Lake, Ivanhoe Peak, and Basin across this mountain somewhere. Well, I guess I forgot to start the video, but almost all the way back down. Yeah, then I'll resume on the bike ride, in case you're still listening. Okay, well, I'm ready to head on back down on the bike. I don't know why I have the camera skipping, but anyway, be on the road. I think the battery's getting low on this, so I'll have to cut it short. Okay, so we're probably a couple miles down the road from Humbug Peak, and we're headed home to the north downhill. This road, I don't like this road very much, but it's strategically located. It's kind of rocky and rough and all that, but to give you an idea, it smooths out down below, but then it's like washboardy and all that. And then there are two hill climbs, but one is kind of really long and just a gradual hill climb, but it's sandy, so it's a bit of a workout. But this short period here is a nice little downhill, except for it being so rocky and rough. But anyway, the battery's getting low. I'll try to take one more clip, but this is probably it. Well, getting closer to home, probably about halfway towards the highway. The highway is actually not that far, miles-wise, straight line, but this road kind of goes away from the highway, not direct, so there's no direct way down the highway without going cross-country, which is really rough. So yeah, just more of this road. This road is kind of a lot smoother, but it's sandy and crosses washes, and it's a bit of a hill climb, but it's not a very steep hill climb. It goes on and on and on. Well, yeah, so this is about it. Well, kind of on the final leg now. Just a couple of miles or so of pavement. There's this one little hill up ahead. Feels like a lot more than it is because it's at the end of the ride, but it's not much of a hill. But it's the one I came flying down on the way out, like 32 miles an hour or whatever. So yeah, just one final hill climb, and then it's relatively level getting home. So